I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rocket Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. I'm joined by Mr. Lee and IKBM Dre. Before we get started, sorry about that, Jay. Before we get started, I just want to, I have a quote for the Cleveland Cavaliers, a quote from the great American poet, Prodigy. And the quote goes, Cleveland. Well, I have a second quote. I have a second quote also. So first of all, that drubbing that Cleveland took tonight, and the immortal words of the great American basketball player LeBron James, Cleveland, this is for you. I know that's not what you expected, but that's what you got. And Prodigy said, there's a war going on outside no man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walk around with your head down, scared to look. You shook, because there ain't no such things as halfway crooks. All right, here we go. All right, we locked and loaded in the building. What's good, y'all?
What's poppin'?
What up, Adam? What up, Lee? What up, Freezie?
What up?
I ain't going to you. I didn't expect this, Dre. I didn't expect it.
Didn't I tell you who was going to win? By 20? I was more worried about the Sunday game than this game.
Yeah. Hey, but that's not the only thing you were right about, though. So you were right about three things that I saw. Right? Three things that I saw. Right? Three things that I saw. You were right leading up to this, and I give you credit. I mean, I don't care nothing about that. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? We'll give credit where
as we speak, Freezie, I'm popping my collar, just letting you know.
so you were right about the roll man thing with Randall. You were right about that. They didn't do it consecutively like all night long, but they did show it to Cleveland, which scared them out of certain defensive looks.
Also blew up Donovan Mitchell on the screen, if you noticed. That was probably the best screen I've seen Randall set in years.
Yeah. No, yeah. And also, hey, Matt said, I'm backstage. Matt, I see you, bro. Relax, bro. Y'all killing me. I own the software. Trust me. I know I see it. Relax. Relax.
What's good for East Dre?
Hold on, Adam. Let me finish my thought. So the second thing is the relocation of the shooters that we talked about the other day. Remember that? How guys, when guys get the ball in certain situations, certain looks, we got to relocate and at least show certain looks. That was also accurate, right? Let me bring these guys in here let me bring in Mets. and Soulfinger. All right. So let me ask the basketball guy first, right? So Dre, why were you so confident coming into this game? Was it just basketball strategy, or was it more of a energy at the Garden thing?
It was definitely strategy.
Okay.
Even though shots weren't falling necessarily in the first quarter,
Right.
the looks we were getting were basically what we were trying to get. RJ was being a lot more quick and concise with his decision making.
Right.
He didn't get any assists until like the third quarter, but he was diving up that whole first half.
Right.
They just were missing.
Right.
And it was partially due to guys moving. We set very minimal screens with Mitch, if you noticed.
Okay.
That whole game, it was ball handlers that set screens a lot more in this game. We were forcing a lot of switches that allowed Brunson to attack. And we were bringing guys up to the high hedge that made them uncomfortable. We were bringing Garland up a lot. We were bringing Donovan Mitchell up a lot instead of bringing Jared Allen all the way up to the top of the screen and allowing Mobley to space out and guard with his gigantic wingspan on the strong side.
Okay.
We put them in uncomfortable situations.
Right.
And the part that where the fans come in, this was Garland's first playoff game on the road, and you could tell.
And you could tell, right?
He was terrified.
He was shook.
Damn right.
Yes.
Yeah. He was shook. But
and one more thing, one last thing. Because we set Mitch up to
we don't want it to be the last thing, man.
Right. Before I let you cook, the reason why Mitch was even more dominant on the glass, he wasn't setting screens and standing in the middle of the lane. He was underneath the bucket, moving guys out the way the entire time. We left him in the dunker spot.
Okay.
We allowed him to be useful, and as far as dump downs and lobs, you saw in like earlier in the game, RJ threw a lob, which should have been finished, but it wasn't. But RJ threw a lob wide open. He was wide open.
Right.
That look was there all night because of the way their defense was set up, and then they started trying to switch away from that look, and it still wasn't working because we were bringing screens from. Hart was setting screens up top. Grimes was setting screens up top. IQ was setting screens to get Brunson free. RJ was setting screens. It was something that I was glad to see, and it was something that if I can notice it, I know Tom Thibodeau notices it.
You mean from game 2 to game 3?
Exactly. As far as adjustments. Now, what happens on game 4 is. That's where I have concern, but I'm not too worried. A lot of the same things that we did tonight can be easily duplicated, and Randall can perform a little bit better as well.
The basketball stuff, right?
Yep.
Right. I think the one that as soon as, and this is just basketball stuff, right? As soon as I saw Karis LeVert in the lineup starting, I knew the Knicks were good. Well, let me say it this way. From a basketball perspective, I felt like the Knicks' odds of winning were higher. But I'm also a Knicks fan with PTSD, so I sometimes feel like whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Even though the strategy was misguided by Cleveland, because I felt like by putting Karis LeVert out there first, I was wondering what offense they were going to get off the bench, and if one of their guys was not on and Karis LeVert is out there, then they wouldn't be able to score. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I'm not saying that I knew it was going to pan out this way, but basically what happens is when you take your scorer off the bench and put a defender on the bench, when your offensive guys go to the bench and you bring in defense, your second unit doesn't have any offensive punch. So
you can't rotate everybody in and out. We have depth. Like even when we lost Grimes, we still had sustainable depth. And I hope Grimes gets better.
We hope Grimes
he'll be and his jumper comes back. But he was playing good defense while he was out there. His jumper wasn't falling.
Right. that's enough of me and Dre talking. Let's go around the room real quick, man. And hey, Lee, let's let the guys chop it up first.
Oh,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Since we already, you know what I'm saying, done had a mouthful. Adam, what's good, bro?
Not much, boss. What's good?
What you got?
I'm gonna say it was a good team basketball and a good team win.
Okay.
I like the effort from everyone. And yeah,
Get that energy up, Adam. Get that
Adam,
energy
what's
up.
going
let's
on? Adam,
Sure.
get your
let's
energy
hope
up.
let's hope
We
that
won, bro. Man, never mind. Hey, Mets, what's good, bro? Adam, sleep, bro.
I did my own
Hey,
call.
Mets, it's good to see you, boss.
Like I told you earlier during your call, Freezie, I was doing one of my own on the yard. And let me just say, I was going off like a loose candidate points, both for better and worse. Better because RJ finally got some efficiency in his shot selection tonight. And worse because I was basically getting on Randall's case. I mean, you knew the minute he got back in the garden, he would get another piece of stage fright at some point. I mean, he was just basically like a robot throwing his shots up. You know what I mean?
He was hesitant. He was thinking, and like there were some plays that I saw him in the game where he moved Mobley out the paint, and instead of just putting up a hook shot, he's like kicking the ball out. And I'm just like, just go up. Like sometimes Randall forgets that he's a power forward, and then
Yeah,
he
I
should
mean,
just
like,
do power forward
this
stuff.
is to think when you should just act on it.
I'm not gonna be too harsh on him because
On the other hand,
he did basically everything else that you want from him.
on the
He
other hand,
established physicality on the other end and rebounded.
true. But on the other hand, you look at what happened to Garland tonight. I mean, 4 for 21, and Cleveland being as bad at this game offensively initially being as bad as it was for both sides. I thought we were going to get that game we won by 11, 92-81 earlier in the year. You know what I mean? The one that started our first 8-game winning streak.
Okay.
Mhm.
In late November, early December, I believe it happened.
It did, December 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it circled on the calendar because Dallas blew us out the day before on a Saturday, and we came back that Sunday afternoon against Cleveland. Yep.
The point
Fourth or fifth.
We need to keep that kind of pressure. But knowing Tin Man Tibby, he's not going to be ready for whatever Bickerstaff throws at him Sunday. I mean, Bickerstaff's more, I'll take what you can dish at me and throw it back at you tenfold at times. You know what I mean?
I'll say around this point though, Mets, it's mostly about execution. There are but so many things you can do to combat or to go against. So it's hard. Like at this point, it's going to be them having to execute.
Yeah. Soulfinger, what's good, boss?
What's happening? What's happening, Freeze?
Hey, it's good to see you, bro. How you
Oh
been?
yeah. Oh, I can't complain, man. You know, enjoying this win. That's how you start the weekend and everything.
Guess what me and DSJ did last night?
What y'all do?
We talked music a little bit last night. I'm not gonna get off the topic. I'm not gonna get off the topic, right? But we talked music last night for like 2 hours, bro. I miss vibes and stuff. But anyway, would you see tonight from the game tonight?
Well, you know, the thing is we beat them. We beat them with Randall not having a good game. RJ came to life, found shot. IQ, the rest of them came on and did what they had to do. And it was a team thing. You know what I'm saying? We played team ball. It wasn't as much ISO, or me ball or hero ball as some folk want to say. You know,
Okay.
And Mitch played a big role in all that. How he was moving them out in the paint, getting those rebounds and everything. So, you know, I like what I saw. I could, you know, in time, when everybody gets together and starts clicking, then we'll see. And that's why I was saying I said Knicks in 6 because the second game we lost. Cleveland had to do that. Their back was against the wall. They know they started this joker 0-2. It was a wrap because they're gonna go to the Garden. They were gonna lose anyway. We would have been on a whole nother level going in, and then you could have brought out the brooms. I do believe. I said Knicks in 6. I did say I called Knicks in 6 because I see the way I look at it is we'll pull. I think we're gonna win this game. The next game we're going to win Sunday is when we get back to Cleveland. Is they're gonna have their back against the wall and they're gonna come out swinging with everything they got, like they did that second game.
Okay.
That they will.
You mean fouling?
Well, I mean, man, look, they're gonna be fouling. They're gonna come with the Hassan chop, all that stuff, bro.
Hassan chop.
I'm gonna say, like, when you said that Mets, they tried to adjust to what we were throwing at them offensively. We didn't execute particularly well in terms of making shots, but like I'm not even. They tried to adjust, but they really couldn't. The switching and just the physical dominance that Mitch showed on the glass. We were up 23, right? And Brunson was going to go for the and one, and he made the free throw, and it was like the last 3 minutes left, and like this dude Mitchell Robinson pushed Jarrett Allen underneath the basket, like all the way out of bounds, and Brunson still made it.
Right.
This is how much stronger he is than them.
Right.
And our rotation of switching our bigs in and out, keeping them fresh, is helping us in the long term of the game.
You know, my thing is Mitch was like he was a man down in that paint, man. I mean, he moving cats all over the place. He had them looking like, you know, he was like he was moving around munchkins the way he was handling the cats.
Right.
You know, and then the beautiful little drop, little dimes and stuff, the dime passes they would hit them, and for him to go up. Even iHeart came in, like you said, the rotation. And the key to it too, you notice, look at the foul, look at how these refs called it. Because I'm gonna tell you, if Tony Brothers calling the game,
we'd have been mad as a
yeah. I look at that too. I look at which refs are calling it. Tony Brothers and Ed, what's that one cat? I can't think of it. It'll come to me. But
Ed Malloy.
That one right there. Those two for sure. Oh man, you kissed the baby, bro, when they called it, when they reffing the game. Because man, they do us in. They treat us like a wet food stamp.
In other words, they're belted off when they have to call one of our games.
They don't know how to call physicality.
No, they don't.
Fair. Because our guys are physically stronger, so it looks like we can take all types of physicality, and then when we dish it out, these guys are flying all over the place because they're just wiry thin.
Yeah. Wow.
I think what killed Cleveland tonight? His poor 3-point shooting.
We shot terrible from 3, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, we could hit an elephant in the backside with our ironing board.
I think we shot worse from 3 than they did.
Yeah, I mean,
we shot 10 out of 33 for 30.3%. They shot 7 out of 33 for 21.2.
We put up a bunch of threes at the end. I think Hart hit a few, but the game was we were pretty much almost even until like the last 3 or 4 threes, and at that point it pushed the lead from like 18 to 27.
27, yeah.
But the game was out of the game was comfortable.
So it wasn't even. It wasn't significant. It wasn't impactful. Basically, yeah.
And actually, this is the first time all year any team was held under 80.
Yeah, made them uncomfortable.
Well,
go ahead.
Hold on, man. I was saying, I said this. I think you and I were talking about this. That yesterday morning. You and I talked, Freeze. I was saying that this next game is going to be a physical. It's going to be like a boxing match, but it's going to be we're going to be delivering body blows because that's how it is. We're delivering body blows. And if you notice, they had the guard up, but the body blows, them arms came down, and then next thing you know, you hit them right on the butt and put them to sleep. We literally beat them up, and we beat them up and manhandle these jokers, man.
Yeah.
We just gave them a swift kick in the nuts tonight.
I don't know about all that. That's Joel Embiid's job, not our job.
No, that's Draymond, bro. Draymond does that.
Speaking of which, man, Dre, I am right about one thing, though.
Go ahead.
I am right about one thing.
About what?
You remember how I mentioned that there is a pathway for the Knicks? Remember me saying that?
Yeah.
I remember you talked about that, Free.
There is a pathway. Now, I'm not calling it, but I think another NBA player got injured tonight, right? Not Grimes.
Joel.
Bro, there. All I'm saying is, there is a pathway, and I know I'm not the most confident. I'm not the most confident during Knicks games, bro. I love the Knicks, man. Y'all know that. Y'all know that, right? But I mean, I think if we can catch some breaks, bro, this team might be able to. I mean, we might be able to do a little something.
Well, yeah.
All you can do is control what you can control, though.
Right, control your path.
Right,
and the other paths around you will they open
they'll,
up. For you.
they'll show themselves. They'll show themselves.
Well, I mean, look, when we had that strike, the lockout season, hey, it's like you said, it's a short season, but we still made it. So I mean, you got to control your path. We were 8 seed, went to the final.
You make your own luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now,
Right.
As
So
far as I mean,
Atlanta beats the Celtics tonight, and I didn't expect the Celtics to sweep Atlanta. Right, but I think that might, if Atlanta turns that into a series, then I love it.
They won't.
Yeah,
I truly believe the Celtics going to win Game 4 and go back home up 3-1 and finish the Hawks at home.
They ain't even on our side of the bracket, so I'm not even too worried about that.
Keep an eye on tomorrow is Milwaukee against Miami.
Milwaukee beat the brakes out of Miami, man. Like, even without Giannis, and Giannis is coming back, so.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck happened to Miami the other night?
What happened in Miami was they didn't shoot an unsustainable, field goal percentage from 3.
Game 1.
Yeah, that was just not feasible.
Right. My thing with Milwaukee, I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I know the Knicks beat the Cavaliers tonight. I understand that, and I love it. Right. But my thing about the other things in the bracket is I don't know. I don't care if Miami beats Milwaukee. I just want Miami to rough up Milwaukee. So
tenderize them. Yeah, soften them up.
And you know what? And they get an A+ right now for doing that. You know why, Soulfinger?
Because that'll be our next step.
Because Giannis is hurt.
Yep.
So they get an A+ for that task. I think I like our odds against a Milwaukee with a Giannis at 65%. But anyway, tonight was not about Giannis. Tonight was about the Knicks winning a playoff game at home.
Yes.
For the first time in
since Jesus was a baby.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. Yeah, man. So, I mean, I feel good about it. How comfortable do y'all feel like what we got from RJ can be sustained going forward?
It depends on if he can keep that mindset of being quick on the decision making. If he can continue to make the smart shot instead of just running it down and then trying to go through the victory through retreat approach. He's not Gamera, for Pete's sake.
Right.
I agree, but from the go, even if you didn't see it in the assist numbers, he was making the right decision.
Oh no, he did.
Every single time he was putting on a clinic out there. Guys weren't hitting shots, but if you look up projected assists or just whatever, he probably would have been an 8, 9, or 10 if guys were just hitting shots to him.
Yeah.
Because he was dealing. He was getting in the paint, not forcing it, taking what the defense gave him, and then dishing. Guys weren't necessarily hitting shots, but as long as he's collapsing the defense and getting them out of sorts, that's all you want. That's all you want.
I like RJ when RJ has a nose for the basketball, bro.
When he's
I like
looking for the
RJ.
ball.
Yeah, when he has a nose for it, when he's getting steals and rebounds and deflections. Greeny, what's good, boss?
What's good, Chad? What's good, y'all? How
What
y'all
up,
doing,
Grinny?
family?
Hey, Greeny, during the game, I was like, Greeny is gonna want 30 straight minutes of I was just about to say that. Greeny is gonna want 30 straight minutes on How You Like Me Now, RJ haters.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna look at the camera.
What
Yeah,
up,
man. Greeny,
Greeny?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not an RJ hater, bro. I was just questioning where we were with RJ, bro.
I mean, just gotta wait. Like some things you can't rush. I don't want to jump the gun when it comes to our roster. These teams be jumping the gun, and you see what happened. Now look at the Cavs roster. The roster they have, they got to deal with that roster. They got to develop that roster or trade away the pieces to go get a star. Don't jump the gun. Just develop what you have. See what can happen.
Okay.
You know, I gotta agree with Greeny on that one. And hey, shout out also to Greeny because he called it. I gotta give you your flowers, bro. You called it tonight, this earlier today. So shout out to Greeny.
Right.
But I have been saying the same thing for the longest about this young man.
Hey, and I gotta give it to you too, C Lee. You've been one of the staunch supporters and saying, hey, be patient with him. You know, I'm gonna lie. I had my what I had my concerns about with RJ. Not gonna lie, but that's with any player. I like to try to keep open mind. One of my main headaches with RJ is free throws. Man, I was like, good lord. But and then he couldn't shoot.
Tonight.
But the thing about it was at his threes, but RJ was hitting shots, and a lot of today he looked more relaxed. He let the game, instead of him forcing the game, he let the game come to him.
Okay.
From what I saw tonight.
Right.
Agreed.
And if RJ continues on like that, because what's this really think about it, that's scary. Julius still hasn't played a Julius Randle game. IQ is starting to percolate.
It's time for the percolator.
Man, hey.
Truth be told, it's just scary in general. The Knicks aren't playing their best basketball, and they're finding ways to win games. That's scary.
Scary. That's where I'm going.
Let Grimes hit a couple threes, bro. Let Grimes hit a couple threes.
And so and then like I said, Josh Hart has been consistent in the playoffs. And for all like I said, when I say this, cats can come out with the pitchforks and the torches and everything.
Yeah, man. And
Obi
the
has
hound
been
dogs
given,
and
hey, man, all that. But Obi's been giving us good minutes, man. Good solid minutes to give Randall time to rest. Obi, if I'm not mistaken, and granted, you say, oh, it's only 7 points. That's 7 more than we didn't have. He's been consistent with his points.
Hey, Paris Duggan. Paris Duggan. Why does it say Paris Duggan? Hey, Soulfinger. You know what? There was a time late in the game where Obi hit a layup and Tibbs took out Obi and brought in Randall. And I thought that was a big mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Obi in this scenario, like he's going against other bigs that are playing damn near 40 minutes just to sustain, and that up tempo, fresh legs of Obi it's like you can see when the game winds down, it's not fun for their bigs to keep going up and down the court.
Yeah, because Obi keeps pressure on them.
I'm saying them dudes are already like clocking in 30 minutes before the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's in limited. He using those limited minutes, and I got to give that's the best thing because he getting easy money when he runs down the court, leaks out. A lot of people hate that, but right now that stuff works.
It does.
It's working. So I got to give our bench because that is our true strength in this series is our bench.
Wow.
Outscored them 39-14, I believe, tonight.
Yeah, man. I'm super excited, man. I ain't go. I ain't. Hey, Soul Finger. I was sitting here with my butt clench up the whole time.
Hey,
You know
hey,
what I'm
Boy,
Freezy.
was
saying?
he?
Like,
Hey, Freezy, you feel like you was back in a Humvee with no seatbelt?
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
first quarter was rough.
yeah, yeah. Because we couldn't pull away from them. Y'all remember our defense was. This is the best. The first half Knicks defense was
Mm-hmm.
the best defense I've ever seen from a Knicks playoff team ever. Right? I can't
Ever?
remember ever. I can't remember how many points Cleveland scored, but it was
32.
it was like 32 points in the first half, bro.
Yeah, my question for the night is who defense was better, the Knicks in the second quarter of game 3 or the Cavs in the second quarter of game 2?
Knicks
Hey
game
man.
3.
Knicks,
Knicks
Knicks
game.
game 3. Because
yeah,
the thing is the reason I say that against Cleveland, we were just throwing the ball all willy-nilly all over the place, man.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You look at it, and the energy was off. They didn't play well. It wasn't that Cleveland beat us. We beat ourselves. They had
right.
27 points off turnovers. And that's
Yeah.
just unforced turnovers at that.
And 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 so the reason why I was on pins and needles is because even with the greatest defensive half that I've seen, I don't care about what nobody else has seen. I'm talking about, in my opinion, what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the best defensive half of basketball that I've seen, that I can recall, we still wasn't stretching on them. Like, we didn't have like a 30 point or 20-point lead on them. Right. So that's why I was nervous. I'm like, yo, we doing all these things right defensively, but we can't stretch on them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, they're right.
And I know we wound up getting close to a double-digit lead. It may have been double digits, whatever. But we didn't stretch on them until the right at the end of the third period. I think we got it to like 16, 15, 16.
We went into the half up 13. Freezy.
Oh, okay.
We
Yeah,
were up
yeah.
45-32.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
they gradually they walk. The best way I can say it, the way we played them is, and I'm gonna use a horror flick or slasher movie, cat. You notice Michael Myers, and you never see him run anybody down. He always walking them down,
He always walking.
The
and
same thing
that's
with
what we did.
Jason Voorhees.
We walked them down to a victory.
Okay.
But we just kind of walked away because that's all it is. We didn't. We the game 2, they were running all over the place, man. They were like a bunch of little kids hyped up on Slurpees and chocolate, running all over the place, and we
Yeah,
looked
man.
slow.
And
This
donuts.
game, we slowed them down, and we just started punching them in the gut, getting
It,
kidney shots.
it was the live ball turnovers. We
Oh
eliminated
man,
that,
yeah.
and they couldn't do it. They really couldn't score.
No, they couldn't.
It would remember. I mentioned this maybe 3 times, Freezy. That second quarter against the Cavs last game, they outscored us 19-0 in turnovers off that
Right.
turnovers. I mean points off turnovers. 19-0 in one quarter. That was the difference in the game.
That's
We didn't
I
basically.
turn.
just think it was too loud for them Cavs in there. They couldn't even think about the words they was trying to think about saying. That's how loud it was in there. They couldn't even think about the words they needed to say.
Greeny, you
Shout
think
out
it's
to the
gonna be that?
fans.
You think it's gonna be that loud Sunday?
Oh,
It's gonna be
crazy.
louder than that.
Oh
It's gonna be
wow,
louder than what it was tonight.
wow.
I'm out here in Dago watching it, and I could feel the energy in the garden through the TV, bro.
I thought you was gonna say you can feel it
You
coming
know,
in there
I
tonight.
had my friends calling me from Queens telling me they can hear him.
Wow, wow.
When you're listening to the garden crowd, it's like a party in the garden.
Speaking of Queens, Freezy, you plan on doing the call for the Met Giant game tomorrow afternoon or no?
I don't know.
Game's at 4, if you were wondering.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know. I was thinking about it, man. I'm not for sure yet. I need some time to. It's basic Saturday. I take Saturdays off from everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I generally I'm riding the mic like 6 days a week. So yeah. But I'd like to get the Mets Lounge up and running, like on a more regular basis, because I don't think I have done anything since January.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying? So I want to get the Mets Lounge up and running more. But Saturdays, are the days, man. I usually get in the yard and do stuff, man, and take the dogs to the dog park where they can go see they girlfriends and baby mamas and all that stuff. So yeah, man. Shout out to the dog parks, man. Dog parks are nice, man. So, but yeah, man, I'd have to give it some real thought, man. Jonathan Lento was in the building. Hey, what's up, Cuzzo? And Jonathan Lento said he lived in Queens and his windows was shaking, bro. Wow. The garden must have been bussing, bro.
Rocking.
Yes.
That game looked a little too big for Mobley as well.
Oh man, it looked big. It looked too big for that for a lot of that.
Mobley and Garland.
Of Cleveland.
Mobley,
Garland. I mean, LeVert started off shaky.
Started off terrible, actually. He just started making shots, even on good defense.
But see, I worry. The person that concerns me is I'm not thinking about Donovan Mitchell. He's gonna get his. You know what I'm saying? I worry about Karis LeVert because he can heat up and he can get you.
He's a boy. He got the single digits at one point.
He actually worries me at times, but because he started getting warm towards the end. And granted, he played he was over in Brooklyn, and he played in the Garden, but not in the situation. And he played in the playoffs, but not not like this, not in this situation. Like when you the way we match, because this is a great matchup that favors us. You know what I'm saying? It favors us the way we're built, and then again, Tibbs has been coaching playoffs rotations all season.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Knicks do better on defense against LeVert because they were leaving him open for shots there. He just kept knocking him down.
Well, you can't take away everything. And he's the weakest shooter of the bunch. Of their three perimeter
scorers,
he's a streak shooter. He's a streak shooter. When he gets hot, he gets hot. My thing is the way I look at it is, I'm not worried about Donovan doing his thing because he's gonna get his. It's the others I don't want to see you hot.
Got that right.
Well, LeVert's gonna be hot regardless.
No, he's not.
The Knicks have to find a way to make his shots more difficult.
Yeah.
By going on him a little bit more.
I'm gonna keep it real.
I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Can I throw some pushback on that, Adam? Oh, you can have the mic right after me. I was gonna say I don't know what more defense you want to see. The Knicks is the only team in the NBA this season to hold a team under 80 points.
Yeah,
they clamped them boys tonight. There's no other words of clamps.
Man, they cut their water off.
You got to understand, the Cavs had 55 points in the fourth quarter with
8 minutes. It was 8 minutes left to go, or sorry,
the Denver Nuggets had 55 points in the second quarter with 3 minutes to go.
Well, they showed the stat that in the first two games, they scored 56 points in the first half.
59 on average.
So, but now they put the clamps on them, man. Because when the score in the first quarter is 17-17, I was like, oh yeah, this is a New York Knicks game right here. They playing right up our alley. They right in our wheelhouse. This is our game right here, and they kept getting tighter and tighter, man. Tighter and tighter. They kept squeezing and squeezing until they ran out of breath, passed out.
Right.
For me, this game, I was mad that Julius couldn't hit a shot, but as the game progressed on and on, I was actually happy because now this is going to fuel more energy for Julius to come out game 3 and it's Julius game. Game 3 should be Julius game. We didn't have Brunson, RJ game. We didn't have the Josh Hart. Yeah. Game 4. Sorry. Game 4 should be Julius Randle. That's it.
Bro, I'm coming out game 4. Julius might take 7 threes in the first quarter. Being absolute. I'm being dead serious.
Wow, Jerry.
Why is that unfathomable? We've seen him do it. We've seen him go out his way to take 7-8 threes in the first quarter. Right. Just the first quarter.
Yeah, we have. It would be nice to see him do that. in game 4.
99-91.
And you know, I'm just gonna say this. I'm not really scared about Levert. I could care less if he scores 45 points against the Knicks. As long as the Knicks are hitting their shots and continue to play team basketball and good defense, the Knicks are still gonna beat them. Even if Garrett Levert scored 45, 50 points.
Well, if Carisberg scores 45 to 50 points, then we actually did play good defense because he's not that caliber of player in the
Exactly.
playoffs.
The
Exactly.
Knicks can care less if he can score that many points as long as they shut down all the other guys on the Cavs.
Well, see,
Okay.
he's one of the others. See, this is the thing, Adam. He's one of the others. Out of the
Yeah,
others,
I
he's
know.
the other. He's the other that out of the others. I keep my eye on. Like I said, Donovan gonna get his. You got to
Yeah,
stop
he's
the
gonna get
others from
his.
doing it.
Yeah.
And the thing is what beat us last time in the second game, because again they're back against the wall. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell didn't have to do as much, but Karis LeVert hit us across the head for 24. Those three right there, those are things you got to look at. Look, Donovan Mitchell can go for 50, 60, all I care, as long as the others don't do anything. Keep the ball in one man hand, and we play defense. The rest of lock the others down, and everybody else, the rest of the team, our team continue to score. We win. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's one of those things. Our defense, like I said, our defense was a monster tonight. It was a mother, and it was the way the game played, though, the way they played it. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing, man. It was a beautiful thing.
All I want to say is to all them Knicks fans out there that can't appreciate a Knick win, you still got to nitpick about a player. And you still can appreciate the fact that the Knicks are up 2-1. The last time the Knicks won the last time the Knicks won 2 games in a playoff series was 2013.
We
Can
go
you
to
put
the
a smile
finals,
on
baby.
Can you put a smile on your face for one night, please? Put a smile on your face for one night. Give somebody their flowers for one night. That's it.
And a
Freddie, we
20-point
going to
win,
the
no less.
finals.
Hey, I know 18,000 Knicks fans that came out of Madison Square Garden tonight with a smile on their face.
Adam, we go to the finals, baby.
You can believe
Inshallah.
that.
Get that energy up.
This
You
was
can believe that.
This was still under the best of 5 format in the first round. Cleveland would have their backs to the wall going into Sunday.
Freezie sounded like Randy Watson tonight.
Randy Watson. Yeah.
Who?
Jackson Heights,
see-
very own.
Now, this is my thing, because you still hear people, and the person that really drives this, I'm sick of, that whenever I happen to watch it or hear this whole, should have still got Donovan. We got
Those
Brunson, man, and Brunson. I know we're looking at the points. Well, Donovan scored this amount of points, but look what Brunson did, or what he does, and what he brings to this team.
And what he's done.
What
Right.
exactly?
Like-
Thank you, C. Lee. Thank you. See, C. Lee, you in my head. You tracking with me, dog. You tracking with me. My thing is this, man. This right here is what we needed. We hadn't had a point guard since Moby Dick was a sardine, man. Now we got a point guard, and he's out there orchestrating. He's like a maestro out there, and bro, he got his feet like Gregory Hines, and he got cats caught up in the blender. You see what he did to LeVert and then and Osman coming down. And then
Wait, I don't think they understand that analogy. He said Gregory Hines, the feet work, that tap dancing. Ooh,
yeah,
I like that.
Chop Low in the building. Chop Low.
What up, Chalo?
So for
What's
those
good,
that don't
Chop
know,
Low?
Chop Low is legit in real life, my brother, and we have a middle brother too. So Chop Low is good, bro. How Pop's doing?
Pop's doing real better now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I took a nap, and then I thought I was gonna take a nap, but then I woke up recently, and then I'm looking at the post game. I'm like, holy snap! Did we lose? But we won. And then I'm looking at the
yeah, Chop.
Everybody was talking about RJ. Everybody like RJ. But then did he do good? I'm looking at the highlights and everything now, so I didn't see the game. I fell asleep, but then
He
Thank
kept
God,
us afloat
you
when
know,
we couldn't get a bucket in the first quarter. He kept the Knicks afloat in that
I'm
first
listening
quarter.
to you guys.
damn near
man.
by himself. He kept the Knicks afloat in that first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Chop low. Chop, can you hear me? Chop, can you hear me? Chop, can you
That's
hear me?
what a shame, y'all. What a shame, y'all.
Adam, guess what?
What's that?
We go to the finals, baby!
Freezie, I wouldn't say that too quickly. I wouldn't say that too quickly.
Man.
Hey, look. I'm gonna say it like this.
We first have to get past 2 more rounds before we make it to the NBA Finals. So don't think too fast.
Let me just say this: if we do make it to the finals,
the deeper you go, the harder it gets.
Hey, but this is my thing, Adam. Hey, if some fans want to look at it that way, because like I said, I'm gonna go back. Let's go back to when we were the 8th seed and got to the finals. People say, "Oh, the Knicks will never do it." I'm not saying we're going, but never say never. Don't count it out.
Let me rephrase that. We were the only team in NBA
never,
history to ever do that. Not only Knicks, the only 8th seed ever to go to the NBA Finals.
Thank you for putting that, because we're in history books, and nobody can take that away. And we did that with a hurt team. We did that with a hurt team.
Hey,
Ewing was down. Larry Johnson was hurt. Camby was hurt.
Dudley sucked.
But
everybody
we did it. And who's to say you can't do it now? Like I said, like Freezie kind of laid out. He said this weeks ago. There's a path, and he said he can see it.
There is a pathway.
I'm not saying we're going, but I'm not going to be.
Just say it, bro. Just say it.
Hey, look. And I'm gonna put what Garnett said when he won that ring. Anything possible.
And you know what? And so figure you were here 2 years ago when I said 2 things, right? I predicted the Knicks record, right? I said the Knicks at the beginning of the season. Yeah, at the beginning of the season, I said a few things. The first thing I said was, every time Elfrid Payton shoots, a broken backboard gets his wings. You remember me saying that?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Right.
Yes,
and then I also said that Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Tree Rollins. You remember that?
Yes, you did.
Right.
Everybody fell out laughing about that.
Right. And before the season started, when Vegas had us winning 18 games, I said the Knicks were going to go 42-30. And remember, FreeKeith yelled at me for 48 straight minutes. You remember that?
Yeah, he did.
And then at the end of the season, people were telling me I was wrong because we didn't go 42-30. We went 41-31.
Yeah.
Uncle Freezie always wrong. Bro, I missed by 1 game. Y'all was predicting 19 wins.
Yeah.
But
most
importantly though, hold on, because I wanted to hear what you had to say because you didn't get to expound on your other point. I wanted to hear your other point too. I know you got another one. Right, but I just want to say just one thing real quick. But you know what I also said, Adam? I said if the Knicks can get their stuff together against Atlanta, I see a pathway of us getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. Mm-hmm. And you know what happened? Atlanta beat us, and they took our pathway to the Eastern Conference Finals. Right? So I'm not always 100% right. But sometimes I'm close enough where I can kind of pick stuff, right? I'm in the ballpark, so to speak. And when I'm saying, Adam, listen. So when I say we go into the finals, we might not go to the finals, bro. But we may end up in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not saying I'm Nostradamus, but I'm saying I don't say this stuff out of emotion, bro. I legit analytically break this stuff down from a lot of different angles and then say this stuff to y'all, not just so that I can listen, bro. I got a good life. I drive a fast car. I got a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a good, bro. I don't need, you know what I'm saying, friends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to do that stuff. So when I say this stuff, bro, I think about this stuff, bro, and break it down.
Right.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Right, Freezie. I wanted to shout out Darius Garland for making history. He went 4 for 21 on 4 of 21. 21.
He shot 4 for 21 on 421.
Oh, that's excellent, bro. That should be his
It
jersey
wasn't
number.
420 yesterday. 420 was yesterday.
Yo, literally at one point in the game he was shooting 420. I said that was yesterday, bro. You missed a day.
You missed it by
Well, he was playing like he was. So
right, Mets. What were the 2 points you wanted?
But yo, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Josh Hart is mad funny. Is the post game press conference? He's eating popcorn in the press conference with Jalen Brunson, and like he's doing it as a joke and everything. But he's like, you can see the camaraderie. That's the thing with this team here.
Yeah,
this team right here. It's just,
That's true.
It's different than the past previous teams. This is why we winning. Can everybody just celebrate that we won? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I just feel like the wins that the Knicks have are different than the wins that the Cavs have. All right, the Cavs had to make a massive adjustment to get their win, but the Knicks haven't played their best basketball yet, and they're still managed to pull out wins.
And that's so scary. Scary.
It's just scary, bro. The whole team is not clicking. Everybody's not hitting shots. Grimes is not hitting his shots. IQ ain't really locked in like that. It's gonna get. Julius Randle is not here. When is he gonna come to the party? It's gonna get scary. And realistically, I'm looking at it as the Knicks are versing the toughest defensive matchup I think they'll have. Is it going to really get easier, or is it going to get what is it? Is it going to get easier, or is it going to get harder?
I think
when you got a
what you said, we playing against the number one defense right now, right? You playing against the number one defense right now. Milwaukee can't have the number one defense because Cleveland has got it, and for that reason, right there, Greeny, I'm telling
Cleveland
you,
has the number one defense.
Yes.
But
and for that reason right there, the Knicks go to the finals, baby.
And that's exactly what I said. Is it really getting harder, or is it getting easier? Is the Cavaliers preparing the Knicks for a great game plan? You know what I mean? Like what? Like
yeah, they are, but there's a different level in terms of offenses that we're going to be running to. Like the Cavs are like 25th or something in offense. They're not a great offensive team. So once you kind of take out one of their top 2 or 3 guys, it gets really ugly for them. They don't have our depth. Now, when you go against the Bucks and they're shooting like 53s in the game and Giannis is going crazy in the paint, it's a little different.
Yeah, that's a whole different breed of cat.
Right.
Yeah.
So they shoot 50. They shoot 53s, right? They shoot 53s, right? And they miss 60% of them. What does that mean for us?
If a team is shooting 40% from 3, that's not good for you.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's not good.
You know why we won the way we won tonight? Because the Knicks got a good team overall, man. Just because one person don't show up every night, we got each other back, right? So if you ain't got it tonight, my brother, I got your back. I'm gonna pick up where you slack, like a brother's supposed to do. Am I my brother's keeper?
Preach.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Am I my brother's keeper? Nigga, that's what I'm talking about. I already know the vibes, man.
Say it again, Smoke.
And then, the funny thing is,
Smoke need to get his energy up.
They kept them under 80 points in the playoff game. The Knicks kept them under 80 points in the playoff game.
Well, you know what else?
They came for us last game, and what we do to them? We came back with that smoke extra. We tried to 30 them like they tried to 30 us, but we kept it up. See the difference?
Well, see, this is the other thing. This game also snatched souls, man. This is a soul and heart snatching game because really, if you think about it, look how we beat them up. It wasn't about a bunch of flashiness, and again, we beat them up without everybody firing off on all cylinders. So they still got to worry about that monster.
Salute to you.
What's good, my
and
man?
I agree with you. We beat them as a team. We beat them as a team tonight. You feel what I'm saying? We showed them that our best players don't need to have extraordinary numbers or astronomical numbers for us to break you down and still beat you to where they had 70. The 80 points.
Smoking Nick is coming with that energy way up to the roof.
Yeah, he need to get his energy up, bro.
Well,
This ain't just broken
and my
the
thing is,
Energy way up.
we would have been over 100 if
We
we
got
would
that.
hit hit one more free throw. I mean, just
I'm
think
just
about
saying,
that.
man. We the first team to keep a team under 80 points. What's your life like, man? What's your life like, man? Real talk.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It look like right. That was under 80 points. That's like an old school basketball game. Like everybody scoring. Like we.
Man, look, best way one way I can see it, man. We were like Suge Knight holding Vanilla Ice over the edge of that balcony, getting it.
It was like the 5 Heartbeats movie when Red needed his money from that one dude with the finger wave.
Yeah, when Red had him. Yeah, when Red.
Regular hours Monday through Friday. That's the part you're talking about, right? That's the part you're talking
had
about.
him hanging over that ledge like that. That's how we had them. Like, yeah, whoever win game 3, we choked them out. Y'all gotta deal with us.
Man, the best way, other way.
Let's go.
Basically, this was like New Jack City when outside the Carter when they had old boy walking down the street, butt booty ball naked.
Yeah.
That's what we did to them. We make them walk down the street butt booty ball naked.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm proud to say.
Yeah, we had them in Chris Rock video mode. Kill me, man! They're gonna kill me, man!
Scotty, save me!
Hey, Scotty, help me! I'm gonna die! But Scotty, help me! I'm gonna die!
You know what? Right now, you know what they're doing right now. That they were doing in that locker room. Remember when Boys in the Hood after Ricky got shot? Trey went over to the house. And he was swinging at the air.
Swinging in the air.
Air fighting.
Yeah,
Be alone, Chris. Be alone.
That whole.
That's what Donovan was doing.
But he was though when they were down 15 and they were at that timeout and Donovan Mitchell was imploring them to get their energy up. You remember that Donovan Mitchell was sitting on the bench waving?
I remember that.
Come on. And the Cavs looking at him like ain't no such thing as happening.
You know what it was, Uncle Freezie? You know what it was, Uncle Freezie? It was too loud. It was too loud. They couldn't hear him saying that. They couldn't hear him.
Exactly, Green. Wow. Hey, I just want to say this. I
know. Salute the chat. I know everybody's hyped. Imagine the fans outside the Garden after the game.
The finals, baby!
Chop low. Thanks for talking over me.
Yeah,
hey, I just want to say this. I know this is a Knicks show, but y'all better not forget the Rangers are smoking too.
Don't remind Freezie.
Freezie doesn't want to know hear about all that, man.
Yo, what happened to Adam? Where Adam?
Hey.
Was that an executive decision?
What happened
Welcome
to Adam?
to the gulag.
Bro.
Yeah, man, Freezie pulled an executive decision.
Adam just disappeared. What happened to Adam, man? Adam, what happened?
Green is a Ranger fan too. He knows the Rangers are smoking too.
Yeah, man. Okay. All right.
Hey.
Go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead,
Matt. You good? Matt, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, man.
Okay. Damn it. Okay. The way I see it, I mean, Freezie, you said 2 years ago the Knicks win 42 games. This year near the end, I picked the Knicks win 48. We both were a game short. That said, I think this Knicks team is better than the one from 2 years ago by leaps and bounds. We have the right pieces. Question is, can we keep them meshed together on a cohesive basis? Because, yes, Cleveland is a very piss-poor offensive squad. But
wait, consistent basis, you mean consistent in this playoff run or consistent from this point through the future?
Both.
Okay. All right.
That said, there are.
So that's going to be that'll be kind of hard to maintain. We not actually should, because with Grimes being out, you know what I'm saying, it's going to take us some time to figure out how to play with Grimes. Even though without Grimes tonight, we stretched the lead on Cleveland, but that's because Cleveland didn't have a chance to game plan for a game without Grimes, and nor did we have the opportunity to game plan for a game without Grimes also. So it's going to be kind of that weird Do you play Deuce McBride? Do you do an 8-man rotation? You know what I'm saying? Type of, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be some level of inconsistency in the short term for sure.
But that said, Cleveland is, while they may be a piss poor offensive squad, there are points where they can get red hot. So we got to keep a bird's eye out on that. Whether it's just the trio, the terrible trio of LeVert, Garland, and Mitchell, or Allen and Mobley getting super aggressive in the paint, asserting their dominance on the backboard. Or if they bring in guy, or if Green decides to go sniper, or if Osman decides to go sniping, or any. My point is, we can't.
Well, you got to look at it like this, Mitch. You got the next 3 games. 2 of them is in New York.
Okay,
that's all you need to win.
Just hold serve.
But they got to deal with us, man. What's up with all this soft talk, man? We just blew them out by dub, man. Where's y'all energy at, man? Where's we at, man? Y'all making me mad, blood. I swear to God, y'all making me mad, bro. Where's the energy? Y'all scared of this team? What is we talking about, bro? What is we talking about? Yo, Freezie, you ask for that energy, I'm giving it to you. I'm going to be nice. I ain't going to curse. But come on, bro. What is we talking about right now?
I'm gonna put it this way, Smoking Nick. We get out to a 10-point lead in that first quarter on Sunday. They fold the
series
tents.
might be over.
They fold the tents. They not.
Yep.
See, my thing is, I always look at how we gonna come out in the second half. How we start the third quarter. We come out steady in third quarter, and then I was like, yeah, you might as well kiss the baby and put it to bed. But I actually think this game could have been the kiss of the baby because how we beat.
Yeah, they conceded tonight. They don't want it like we want it, man.
Right.
You can't see it.
We beat them 5 out of the last 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then
we've
now
been spanking them all season. We're not scared of them. We've been spanking them all season in all different types of ways.
Okay.
One game, Randall go crazy. Next game, Julius go crazy. Brunson go crazy. RJ went a little crazy today. He didn't go bananas, but he was like, "Nah, we ain't losing this game." Wow, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I need that energy, man. I need that Atlanta. I need that Atlanta Hawks energy because we way better than that. And I don't hear that. I don't hear that courage in your conviction, man. I don't hear it. Where's that?
Yo, who gonna sing that song? We ready. We ready. Who's singing that shit? Keep on that song.
Freezie, man, you already know, man. I'm just bringing that energy because we won tonight. They did what I wanted to see, and I don't hear the energy. Where's that?
Get that.
You know what a lot. You know what it is. What it is, Smoke. A lot of cats are not used to this because of all the being in the wasteland. You know what I'm saying? Because last time they gluttonies for punishment and they love the pain. They rather see us lose so they can talk about that and they would enjoy that instead of enjoying the W's that we get every night.
Yep.
See, I'm not like that. I'm gonna enjoy these dubs and I'm gonna talk heavy. You heard?
I'm not that hyped because I knew we was gonna smoke them tonight. You can ask Freezie, you can ask anybody. I was pretty confident we were gonna win this game pretty handily. But I was more worried about the Sunday game. I was worried about the Sunday game.
We know.
I'm not even worried about the Sunday game.
Dre got so Dre is on the heater. He got like 7 things in a row right. So now we are here saying that
gonna take one.
No, I don't egg roll.
Yo, mute up, Smoke.
I don't like egg rolls.
Yes, yeah, man. So
See, I called the series. I said Knicks in 6. You know, that's what I called. I said Knicks in 6. But
yeah, man.
I know Freezie said he could see a gentleman's sweep. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was never worried about the Cavs. I was more worried about that pathway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my main concern. But Dre out here saying it with his chest. Dre, we know you got 8 in a row right. We know that, bro. Dre out here super confident. Dre out here flexing
I knew we were gonna win by 20, at least 20.
I know you told us like 14 times. And listen, and so figure he told us about 7 times before the game even started. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't worried about this one. I know we're gonna win by 20, and then they win by 20, and he was like, "I told you."
I don't like it, but it came down like the way it's looking. Like we're just way more physical in them. It just really comes down to like
I'm not even gonna lie, Dre. Sunday, I'm not worried. I'm not worried for Sunday. Sunday's gonna be the Julius Randle smoking Knicks show. That's what it's gonna be on Sunday.
It's like one of those things. Like Greeny, it's like if we come out to a good start, the game's over in the first quarter. In my opinion, even if they come
I
out
said that about today's game.
If they come out to a good start, we can still come back and win. I just know it's a little bit like I don't know it's over immediately. Like on the outlook of the game, the first 5 minutes of the game is gonna tell me what's gonna happen.
Yep.
You know, Cleveland could use the way they played in game 2 after losing game 1 and try to play that same way in game 4.
They can't.
To try to even the series.
The reason why it worked, they were playing like a really scrambling defense, a lot of trapping, and we adjusted to it. We took away their biggest advantage as far as like causing chaos in our offensive forcing turnovers, and they couldn't force the turnovers because we knew what to expect. They got all those turnovers in the second quarter, blitzing over and over and over, and we weren't prepared for it. We were prepared for it today, and I don't see any other tactics they could pull out. Like that's kind of it. Like they changed their pick and roll coverage like 2 or 3 times in this game, and it didn't work.
Yeah, they kept trying to figure out how to stop. Yeah, it kept getting worse and worse,
and that's a fact.
Right.
Like once we got up by 10, it was a wrap.
Like they figured out in the second game, okay, this makes the Knicks uncomfortable. We came back with a correction in how we handle it. We basically set like anybody that set a screen was not Mitchell Robinson or Isaiah Hartenstein. So they couldn't bring Jarrett Allen all the way up to trap and then throw everything out of array and then we got way more threes up, like open threes. Even though we missed a lot, we got a ton of open shots.
Ivory 10 was right. Ivory 10 talked to me about that earlier today. Corey Lee, you remember that on the Knicks morning drive?
Yep.
Corey
yes, he did.
Ivory 10 said the exact same thing. I disagreed with him, and Tom Thibodeau came out and did absolutely what Ivory 10 said.
Freezie, I showed you a picture and you were like, I don't understand. I sent you a picture on Discord. It's like they're giving us the advantage. We just gotta execute and take advantage of it.
No, I know. I understand I understand the concept.
Right.
I don't understand. I didn't understand the why. Why would you do that if you Cleveland?
Because they're so terrified of Brunson. They think it's a one-man team, and they learned in the first half it's not a one-man team.
It's a team.
So was this game won by the players, or was this game won by the coaches?
I'd say both.
I understand concepts. It's like
why would they do that? But
it's like I saw San Francisco, the Giants throwing inside fastballs to Pete Alonso. Why? When he a power hitter, you think you can get him out doing that because that plays to your strengths?
He's just going to turn on it.
And you know what he did on the inside fastball?
Turned on it.
He turned on it and hit it out. So it was their strength going against our strength, and I don't understand why you do that. Why don't you? They should have been throwing him soft on the outside corner to make him turn over and hit into double plays, but they didn't do that. They're like, no, we're gonna play the our strengths. Okay.
I think that trapping style worked even worse for them because it already put Mitch Robinson damn near right at the rim, no matter what happens.
Right.
And he was just mauling every single time down. When we had Mitchell coming up setting screens instead, he was at the free throw line extended, and if a shot went up, he wasn't necessarily in the best position to even get a rebound.
Right.
Or to be even looked to get the ball for a dump down or a dunk. We put him in the dunker spot. We let Josh Hart, we let Julius Randle, We let RJ Barrett, we let Emmanuel quickly set screens, we even let Grimes set screens. And we put the onus on our guys, our skilled guys, to create advantages and exploit them. Granted, we didn't shoot great tonight, but on Sunday, if we shoot well, it's a 30-point blowout.
Yeah, we did not shoot great early on.
Yeah.
We did not shoot great early on.
We were getting a ton of open looks.
But as the game progressed, bro,
body blow.
Man. As the game progressed, I think we started knocking. I mean, they were giving us everything, and so I think we finished the game shooting 47%.
And we made an adjustment even on our screens. Like we even set up Brunson to get to his spots, man, where they can. Well, once they realized that trap wasn't going to work because we were kept setting screens with smaller guys, they started trying to play like a drop, like a quasi drop.
Yeah.
And if you're doing that, then the Brunson burner is going to happen
easily.
So like they kept putting their hands on a hot stove and then they pulled their hand back.
Over and then, boys.
And then we adjusted to that. Like we basically forced them out of what they wanted to do, and then we got back to our bread and butter after that.
The Brunson.
Yeah, we did impose our will on them defensively.
True.
And it was kind of like the whole team let the game come to them. Right. There wasn't any forcing of anything really crazy. Like I said, the last game, Cleveland was just running all over the place because they had to play like that. Their back that was a must-win game.
They would demoralize, bro. They demoralized, man. They shot 10 of 17 from the free throw line. They shot 58% from the free throw line. They shot 21% from three. They shot 38% from the floor, bro. They were demoralized from go. And so here's my question to y'all. Because I didn't know if it was possible, right? I questioned it. Does the Garden offer enough energy and magic to be a difference maker against all these playoff teams that we going to be playing that are better than us?
Yes.
It depends on the team. It does. But the thing is, it depends on the team or what team it is or what superstar that is. Because sometimes the media likes to use the Garden as the backdrop to pump up other players instead of the players we have.
I was gonna say my bad, Lee, but I was gonna say like unless you played in the finals, you probably haven't seen Garden type energy. You got to be in the finals because other teams' finals appearances, that's the energy we bring to every single playoff game. Like an Atlanta Hawks playoff game is not rocking like an MSG playoff game.
No,
they were
pumping in crowd noise. They were pumping in crowd noise, bro.
Exactly.
Closest in terms of atmosphere of the Garden you can find in any basketball arena, you'd have to say, at least in modern times, you'd have to say the Chase Center out in San Francisco for the Warriors, the Crypto Coin Arena for the Lakers, or even to a lesser extent,
I would say the Bulls before both of them. Yeah, absolutely.
The United Center.
I was gonna say the Bulls before both of them, but you don't really see them in that light as much.
And I would have said the Kings.
Yeah, and those for most of those teams, they're out west, and so we won't even. So the Garden is basically the best example.
I forgot the TD Bank out in Boston. How about that one?
Oh yeah,
but it's like teams brings a certain amount of energy, but unless you've been in like a finals, like the Bucks or something, there's a certain level of hostility that most of these teams are not used to.
Yeah, but see, playing in the Garden is a whole nother animal, man. It's a whole the lights, those lights, so literally those lights are gonna always be brighter because of that big stage in the
and it starts early and it never goes away, bro.
Yeah, and they so rabid in there, man. It's a rabid fan base in there, man. Cats foaming at the mouth, and we've been wanting to get a win. So you get a series. We shut the series down and we shut the series down. Win it.
Right.
People gonna go buck nutty.
They already are.
Right? They already there, man. Look, people jumping off the Empire State Building head first.
All I'm gonna say is we need Ice Spice to come to the game again.
Oh wow. No, a little too ratchet, but okay. Yeah, but here's
She
the
had
thing. It's
Darius
like
Garland distracted.
yeah, hey man, it's like one of them things like Greeny, you've been in this situation before, right? You know how you go to an opposing team gym and you in the locker room and you getting ready for the game. It's like 20 minutes before the game, and then you just feel the rumble in your locker room. You know how you just feel the
Yeah.
rumble and you're like, what the fuck? You looking up in the thing and your deodorant is sliding across the thing like this. And you like, yeah, is the floor shaking in here? And then Lord have mercy, when they open the door for you to go out the door to go to the court, it sounds like something you ain't never heard in your life, bro. It's something to be said about the Garden, bro. It's something to be
Hey,
said.
remember they said that when Larry Johnson hit that
The
3-point was
the
a 4-point
3-point.
play.
Yep.
Yeah, they said that the Garden lifted off and people heard it from like in a 4-block radius. Like you could hear it from outside even the arena. Like
Yeah, man.
that energy.
And
Like
the Starks dunk was even louder.
Oh God, yeah.
The Starks dunk when we whooping up on our rival, and then Starks turn baseline, and the game is already we already know we gonna win, and the Starks dunk is like the icing on the cake, bruh. If I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Dre, I think a trip to the finals is on the radar. I'm not saying we going, right? But you may want to get your itinerary prepared.
ECF. Donovan Mitchell and them better watch out. We coming for that rectum hole. Pause.
Bim. They're ready. Adam, it's over, bro. Get ready. Get ready to face the Phoenix Suns in the finals, bro.
You know,
Yeah,
I was saying second Knicks.
You never heard of positive affirmations, brother? You think positive, you live positive, you dress positive, and things be positive?
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
You got to. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You gotta take that in fruition.
Shutting them out and location in front of them.
You're above it.
Yeah, man. Well, here we are. Dre, what's your prediction for the rest of the series? Knicks in 6 still.
It might be Knicks in 5.
You thinking Knicks in 5? I'm thinking Knicks in 5, bro.
They looking. If it ain't 5, it's gonna be 6. But they looking a little rattled over there.
6, man. Knicks in 6.
They looking rattled, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. They looking rattled. The only thing that can save them is the refs at this point.
Yeah, Tony Brothers.
Yeah.
Tony Brothers or Ed Malloy.
Or the Lisa Stansfield chick.
Oh,
the Lisa Stansfield chick hate the Knicks, bro.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, man.
But like I said,
no matter what, if we take care of the ball, we're gonna be in the game, regardless.
How do they determine who reps each game? Do they put every rep's name in a hat and then they just pull 3 out at random?
I don't know.
Nah, next game we probably have Scott Foster because they don't want us to win the game.
Scott Foster haters too.
Like yo, son.
Oh my God, another
last game. We gotta put a little water on that hot scorch. So you know what I mean? We're gonna put these hater refs in that be like just call. You know how it is. It be. You know.
Yeah.
It's above our pay grade. That's all I'll say.
Man. I'm not afraid of Milwaukee, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Me neither.
My only thing though is this. I feel like we absolutely are going because every time Adam says something is not going to happen, it happens.
So Adam, keep saying stuff not going to happen.
Keep poking the bear.
Y'all remember the December schedule? Y'all remember we argued with Adam for like a week over the December schedule? Remember that?
Yeah. We thought
Adam,
every game. Adam thought we were going to be in the lottery. So.
Yep. He said, man,
even in the game.
because he mentioned it to us in October, and he mentioned it to us in October. And in October, the December schedule, to his credit, did look tough, right? But
you talking about that West Coast trip where everybody thought the season would be over when we was 10 and
Yeah.
11?
That one right there when everybody thought we were gonna get mollywop smoke.
All the quitting Knicks fans.
Yeah,
Hey, but you know,
and we got to December, and we started watching teams.
Well, hey, I just got this to say because I remember before the season even started, I saw a lot of cats in the chat saying this team sucks. You won't get over 30 wins. You're gonna be in the lottery. You'd be lucky to make it to the play-in. This is a play-in team, and hey, look, and the words of Scarface, look at you now.
Soul finger. I've been tap dancing on their souls. You heard?
Yeah, no, like I said, I was off on my prediction because I said Max we were gonna get 48. I was off on one.
I was off too.
But 48 is good. I thought we was gonna win 50. We could have got there.
Yeah. We could have gotten 50. We actually could have got about 52.
Yeah, we won 47 games. We could have got to 50.
We could have got it. But my whole thing is before we even dribbled a ball, cats were already, poo-pooing on us and all like that on your own team and didn't believe. My thing is
I argue with half that crowd, homie. Real talk.
And I'm just saying, you got to look at what you got to make. Let it marinate. Like I said, put it in the crock pot. I said it before. We're like a crock pot. You put your food in the crock pot. Let the crock pot do its thing, man. And that's what we're doing. Look at us now. Right. Teams don't want to look. Hold on, real quick, Mets. Let me sit this real quick. They're talking about all these other teams, but the Knicks is a team that people are scared to play. If you look at how people are scared to play us. Greeny said it earlier when I was getting it out. We found ways to win, and we haven't even clicked yet. And this is all about who gets hot at the right time. We hadn't even started getting warm yet. Hey, as Ron would say, let that sink in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of which, where he
You
at?
said we didn't get lukewarm yet. Not even lukewarm, but what you just said was a fact because you said teams are scared to play us. That's how we was recognized back in the 90s, Knicks.
Yep.
Teams are scared to play us.
Adam, I got a question to ask you, Adam.
I don't think Adam's here right now.
What was that, Mitch?
He's
I
here.
got a question for you.
What's that?
How about them Rays?
The who?
Tampa Rays. It looks like they're off to the hot start in baseball.
The Tampa Bay Rays?
Yep.
I can't stand the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not even happy with the Yankees right now. They keep winning. They keep winning one, losing one. Winning one, losing one.
How about the Mets?
We're currently killing San Francisco. That's
Yeah, talk about them. Talk about the Mets.
Randy, it's come at the expense of our rotation being made into a snack for a certain
The Mets are doing okay.
Exactly. They don't want to talk about the Metropolitan. They always want to talk about these irrelevant teams. Let's talk about the teams that's relevant.
Yeah, man. Hey, and listen, y'all. Hey, man, I'm gonna go, man. This has been a long day for me. I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta get up early tomorrow too, man. We're doing the weekend buzz tomorrow at 8:00. The audio podcast, Gunna, and
you ending this beautiful party.
I'll say something real quick.
Yeah, man.
For everybody that want to keep the rave going, come to the Smoking Nick. I'm about to go live in like 30 minutes. You feel me? We gonna party going. Y'all already know the effing vibes. Y'all heard?
Y'all already know. And we'll see y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Uncensored over there too.
Yeah, go check out the Smoking Nick, man.
Smoking Nick. He's on fire.